Hi, I'm Rachel Proctor. This presentation explores how sociological theories explain the global connections shaping modern society. Thinkers like Emanuel Wallerstein, C. Wright Mills, David Harvey, Max Weber, and Michael Foucault reveal how power, inequality, and economic systems structure relations between nations. Their ideas show globalization as both an opportunity for connection and a source of persistent imbalance. Globalization is a world system connecting states, cultures, and markets in uneven ways. Driven by capitalism, it promotes growth, but also produces inequality through a global division of labor. Powerful core nations, semi-peripheral emerging economies, and peripheral regions supplying raw materials and labor. These inequalities, rooted in European expansion around 1500, are not flaws, but defining features that continue to shape global class struggles and development. Emanuel Wallerstein's world systems theory views the world as one interconnected economy divided into core, semi-periphery, and periphery regions. Core areas control wealth and production, while peripheral regions provide resources and labor. This unequal structure generates class conflict and constant tensions between exploitation and resistance. Although regions can shift roles, inequality remains central to global capitalism. Globalization reflects Wallerstein's world system of interconnected states and markets organized into core, semi-periphery, and periphery regions. His theory explains how a global division of labor sustains inequality while allowing regions to shift roles over time. Core nations maintain advantages through strong institutions, showing that globalization is both dynamic and structurally unequal. C. Wright Mills argued that a small power elite of leaders in the economy, government, and military dominate society. Their institutional positions, not personal traits, give them influence, and their decisions affect each other's domains. Ordinary people have little control, as wealth and prestige reinforce elite dominance. Mill's concept of the power elite explains how corporate, political, and military leaders shape globalization. Their control over global institutions links nations and markets, influencing trade and resource distribution. Ordinary citizens have limited power, reinforcing inequalities between core and peripheral regions and sustaining elite dominance in the global system. David Harvey traced how post-World War II economies used embedded liberalism to balance markets, jobs, and welfare through class compromise. By the 1970s, economic crisis led to neoliberalism, privatization, deregulation, and free capital movement. Neoliberalism restored elite class power, widened inequality, and spread globally through the Washington Consensus by the 1990s. Harvey sees globalization as driven by capitalism and cycles of accumulation. The shift from embedded liberalism to neoliberalism concentrated power among elites and deepened inequality. Globalization thus reflects capitalist expansion shaped by class and power, determining who benefits and who is marginalized. Max Weber showed how rationality organizes modern society through bureaucracy, capitalism, and authority. Formal rationality, or acting by rules and calculation, structures economies and institutions. The spirit of capitalism promotes disciplined, profit-driven work, while bureaucracies use hierarchy and rules to maintain order and predictability. Weber's ideas explain globalization as a rational, bureaucratic system that enables global trade and coordination. The spirit of capitalism drives growth, but also inequality. Bureaucratic and legal systems connect nations and reinforce hierarchies across core and peripheral regions, showing how rational structures sustain global order and disparity. Michael Falco explained how power shapes individuals through knowledge, classification, and self-regulation. People internalize norms and become subjects under constant observation in institutions like school, hospitals, and prisons. Power is relational and everywhere, shaping behavior while allowing for resistance. Falco shows how globalization operates through diffuse power. Institutions and knowledge systems organize and discipline people globally, spreading norms and expectations. Governments and organizations monitor individuals through pastoral power, while resistance through social movements reveals globalization as both domination and struggle. Globalization links economies through trade, technology, and labor, creating both opportunity and inequality. Wallerstein's world systems theory best explains it, viewing the world as a structured system of core, semi-periphery, and periphery regions. This model clarifies why globalization remains uneven, concentrating wealth in core nations while maintaining global interdependence and inequality. Thank you.